Fintomania back with another video, and today I'm doing a tag video, which of course British Geeky Guy has tagged me in. Thanks Ian, I can always rely on you to tag me and stuff. So yes, this was a tag that was started by Nerd of the 80s. I'll leave his link below. And it's funny because it's like the top 10 collectibles you have that are non-Funko, and number 1 and number 2 of his are actually items that I have, which aren't on my list because they are awesome, but I just didn't want to duplicate what he had. So make sure you go and check him out. I will tag 5 other people. I will do that straight away. So I'm going to tag Glenn Jakeman, who is Crumry Nerve Cave. Sorry if I've said that wrong. I've tried to listen to you saying it so I can kind of pick that up, so hopefully you're watching this. I'm going to tag Chris from the Midas Touch because I've only really started to watch videos of yours, and you seem to like have pop vinyls, and you know, like I know you're in love with Jenner, so I'm going to tag Stevie Robinson because that wall behind you of comics is just awesome. So Dave, I know some of the stuff you collect, so I'd like to know more about what you collect. And lastly, Comic Trips, who seem to collect everything under the sun. I understand that Comic Trips are, you know, really busy and stuff's, why is my hand going all over the place? So if you get around to it, great. If you don't be worried about it. I just thought I would tag you because you guys are awesome. All the people I've tagged are awesome, so I'll try and leave links down below if I remember. Right, so number 10 is something that I got for Christmas from Dave, which is this, which is the Thunderbirds Super Marionette. Basically, instead of being a puppet, Jerry Anderson decided to call it, you know, they're marionettes, so he decided to put super in front of marionette. That's why it's called that. And this is Virgil, who pilots Thunderbird 2. Although, on the back here, ask an adult to help you cut out the shape and make your amazing freestanding Thunderbird 1. Find your Thunderbird 2 cut out inside. Yeah, I'm going to open it and I'm going to do this. So, yeah, I really love this piece. It was something that I never really thought about buying. And to have one in the box is pretty cool. So, thank you for this, Dave. That makes number 10 on my list. Number 9. Sorry if you see me kind of going in and out of frames, but I've kind of got the stuff here, so right. Yeah, I'll do this. Number 9 is a video game series that I absolutely adore. I'll set that there. And whenever the 4th installment of it came out, I saw this and I got it. Now, unfortunately, I did try and keep it sealed, but the tape around the sides has kind of come away. And it is a Resident Evil 4 chainsaw controller. So as you can see there, you can actually use this to play on the GameCube. This here, I believe, if memory serves, whenever it rumbles, it kind of, yeah, original bloodstained design. Every chainsaw is different. Super design for improved game-centric play and realistic rumble features. So yeah, whenever I saw this, this is one of, I did buy the Resident Evil controller for the PS1 that came out, and I'm not really big into limited edition games and stuff, you know, buying limited edition versions of it. So the only one I bought was for Resident Evil 6, and I got this included, which basically has all the patches and everything there. And this is limited edition 25,774 of 30,000, and it's signed on the back there as well. There is a wee stand, but it's sitting over there, so I just wanted to show that. So yeah, Resident Evil 6. I did get a Ivy University fleece with it, a hoodie with it as well, so that's that. Right, so that's 9, 8, so, or 10, 9, so number 8, we'll go with this. Number 8 is a TV show that I, looking back on, I really wish that I had watched whenever I was growing up. I have got some bits and pieces from a good friend, Mr. Lacey, at Christmas time, and one of them is this, which is a TARDIS ice hockey jersey, and obviously it has the best doctor on the back. So, and then you have here patch that says time and relative dimension in space, and then number 10 and everything on it. I think Mike got me this whenever I was big into the ice hockey and going to the Giants, and that kind of stopped because I was kind of going every week and money was fairly going and things. So David Tennant is my favourite Doctor. I did get this, thus wasn't included, which is the 10th Doctor Audio Adventures, which Big Finish brought out, which has David Tennant reprising his role as the 10th Doctor and Catherine Tate as Donna Noble. So it has 3 audio adventures and it has it on CDs. If you remember the Buffy DVDs that came out years ago, something very similar to that. It's a lovely book. Again, limited edition, as you'll find with a lot of things here. 2,590 of 5,000, and that's just a bit of there. And one of the other things that I got as a Christmas present from my parents was the Regeneration Box Set. Basically, this has every Regeneration from the first Doctor until David Tennant. It doesn't have Matt Smith's on it, but I love the cover of it. And is it on this? It does tell you a number somewhere. I should have actually looked at this beforehand. Where the hell is it? Oh yeah, in the corner there. And it's number 501 of 10,000. So, kind of, again, it's in book form. And you kind of have, we'll go to the next Doctor, the best one. There we go. And you kind of have up the top there the DVDs. So, again, really, really cool to have that. And, yeah, just really, really love this set. So, that is number 8. Number 7. Hey, okay. Number 7 is going to be Vault Books. Now, what I mean by Vault Books, I will show you. To follow on from Doctor Who, we have Doctor Who, The Vault. So this basically, these books basically chronicle the whole, whole things to do with a certain category, whether it's Doctor Who, which goes through years and years. You can see there, like, 1990 to 1995, there's John Pertwee sitting in Bessie, and it was something for children in need. So you have that. You have what I got for Christmas, which is the Star Wars Vault, which is quite a beast of a book. So you have that one. You have the Thunderbirds Vault book, which was such a steal. It was like a really, really ridiculously good price, and I had to pick it up. And I just love this book, like some of the stuff in it, it's just brilliant. You could sit down and read it. It's one of those things you can read over and over. One of them that I saw, Phil, who does stuff with Glenn, Crumley Nerd Cave, a podcast back in the 80s, and he had posted about this one, and I hadn't seen it, so I decided to get it. Is the Transformers Vault. This does like chronicle, like the G1 stuff, the Transformers animated, and all that kind of stuff, and the toys. You actually have, stuff here to do with like Megatron and all that kind of stuff, and you actually have the wee red strip that you used to put, like on the toys. You can remember that, and they would tell you like there's kind of specs, so to speak. So you have that one. Again, I got that at a really decent price. And then the last one I got was one that I had and stupidly either sold it or give it away or something, is the Marvel Vault. Now, I haven't really looked at this since I've started getting back into comics, and that's something that I'm going to fix probably tonight or tomorrow and have a look at it and see. It's like a museum in a book, but there's just so much stuff in it, and I just love those books, so that's why that has made my list. So, right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Right, 6 is going to be, 6 is going to be, yes, 6 is going to be art. So, my wonderful friend, Haley, if you're watching, thank you, Haley, got me this, which is from the upcoming Heman and Thundercats comic that DC are doing. It is signed down the bottom here. Eddie Williams, I believe his name was. and I just love this. I really need to get a frame for this. It's super bad. That's why I'm kind of holding on to it so gently. But I just, whenever she showed me this art print, you could have knocked me down with a feather. I was that blown away. And thank you, Stevie, if you saw it as well. I also have, I need to take you up here, this, which is my Kevin Eastman art print, which I got from London Film and Comic Con. And obviously, why is it so hard to do this? If you can see there, I don't know if you can. No, you can't. There. Oh my god, you can see it signed. It's signed, trust me. I met him like 3 times. So it's signed by Kevin Eastman. Alright, down you go. There. So it's signed by Kevin Eastman. That was class. And another item I have is this, which is the 20 Years of Heman, which is done by Emiliano Santolucia, who, if you are aware of the Part of Honor Foundation, which will be upcoming shortly, he basically did this, which basically shows you all the variations of He-Man, which I'm not going to go into because it's too big, and I kind of need to find room for it. Okay, so that's the next one. So we're going from art prints to art books. I'm always a sucker if there's something that's out that I have an interest in and there's an art book to do with, I will go for. You know, just seeing some things, you know, to do with, like this here book. This here book I got because there was a bit of damage on the back here, and it's normally about £30, and I got it for maybe about £4, and that was including postage from Amazon. And it's just a brilliant book. I just love looking through, and you know, not that it doesn't require a lot of reading, but it's nice to look at the pretty pictures every so often. I have a art of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which again, I mean, they should really laminate these because you probably drool all over them. Drool, nothing else. Get your mind out of the gutter. Right, move that bottle of water over there. I have the art of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, which is, again, an awesome book. I have the art of the Mass Effect universe, which again, this is probably the first art book I picked up, and it's just, you know, the early designs for the characters and planets and stuff. And but the big two for me are the art of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. As soon as I saw this on Amazon, I pre-ordered this. I was just, and again, it's just something that, oh, what is this? Oh right, it's because there's an animation cell in there. It's just beautiful. I mean, I've always been a sucker for the art there. And again, as I said before, the Part of Honor Foundation, which is just, oh, I mean, showing you concept art to do with, you know, figures. This is Titus and Megator. Yes, Megator. The Giants, which were available in Europe and things like that. You had then like Dragster and Gwildor and things like that. So if you're an action figure fan, especially to do Master of the Universe, this is a must. It's a bit harder to get now, and it's a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay, right, so I'm going to say number. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, 4. Okay, so 4 is. What way did I do this? Well, they can all. 4 is autographs. Yes, autographs. I've been very fortunate to meet a lot of people in a couple of years. You know, like, it's not been a case of it's been a 10-year cycle. This has been since 2013, I believe, that this has started, and I've met some of the people that I've admired and I've watched on TV my whole life. So to have the likes of, say, you know, a Bret the Hitman Hart signed book. And I always try to get them personalised because I think it means more to me. There's a couple that I haven't got personalised, but I mean, meeting Bret Hart, I met him at WrestleCon, and then the photo didn't come out right, and my magazine had a bit damaged on the side, so I decided to get this one done, and I just love how it looks. But probably one of my favourite items that I have, wrestling related, is my Hulk Hogan and Undertaker dual signed magazine, which still, okay, which I still have my VIP Undertaker ticket and my Undertaker wristband there. Let's put that around like that. Which, meeting the Undertaker was a lot less daunting than I thought it would be. He's an incredibly respectful and wonderful person to meet, and for somebody who has done as much as he has in the business, to thank you for coming out and meeting him and being as gracious and as humble as he was truly truly something that I'll never ever forget. And meeting Hogan as well was just, he asked me what date it was, and I said I couldn't even remember what my name was. And obviously the big one for me is this, is my Return of the Jedi signed vinyl LP, which I just have up on the wall and I constantly look at and constantly admire. It's something that I should have worded this. It's something that I'm proud to show off, and I'm proud that I've got this. You know, it's sad that Kenny Baker has left us, but it's a case of the 4 here that I have just go well, and I know that if I was to get some other signatures on it, it wouldn't be, to me, as impressive. So that's why I've decided this is my memory of Star Wars Celebration. This is my memory of being with Simon, Robbie and Dave, and this is my memory of, you know, being at that convention and just having as good a time as I did. Okay, so 2 seconds. Number 3 is something, again, that the next 3 will involve something that has kind of been a theme, and that is something to do with Masters of the Universe, which is just, Star Wars is a huge passion of mine, but Masters of the Universe has always been something that has given me a lot of joy in my childhood. And, you know, even growing up through my childhood, I've met some fantastic people, and one straight off the bat is Mike Lacey, who kind of ties in to 2 of these as well. And I'm so grateful for the people that I've met through it and the friendships I've garnered through that as well. Even the likes of Glenn, who I've mentioned in the video, he's been in touch with me, and, you know, like, he's been on, I've been on his podcast talking about Heman and stuff, and he shares a big love for Heman as well. So one of the things I have is it's not a mint on card, but an on card Manny Faces from 82, 83, you know, so this has a mini comic and all with it, but as you can see, the card is a bit wee, and then, you know, like, the bubble is yellow, and this is my, along with Cyclone and Battle Armor He-Man, which up there was the one that was top of the nerd of the 80s one, and I'm so gracious to Paul and Kat for sending me that. It was the commemorative version of it, and that is my favourite action figure, so that was going to make the list, but because it already made it nerd of the 80s, I wanted it to be different. But I do have this, which is a reproduction of the Manny Faces figure that Mike got me one year for Christmas, and it stayed in this, and it's always been up there behind the big Hulk statue that he got me, which was going to be in the running, but it's just a case of Hulk is my favourite superhero, but Masters of the Universe has been my superhero TV wise, and you know, it's just something that has never left my side, and something that I have grown up with and, you know, went on from. So number 2 again is, I'm trying to pick the right one here. No, that's not it. There it is, which is graded comics. Fair enough, I don't have a whole heap of these, but I mean, I would love to have, I noticed Comic Trips had like the plastic things where you can wall mount these, and I would love to do that, but I don't have the space. But I love having these. Again, Mike is responsible for probably about 4 of these. I've got a couple of them graded myself. I've got 3 of these graded myself, and this is one of them. Why did I get this one graded? Because I like the cover. It's that simple. It wasn't a case of it's a key issue, it's a first appearance, anything like that. I just liked the cover of this. The only difference of this is that it's a Heman.org variant. I do also have the Amazing Spider-Man number 700, which I got graded 9.4. Unfortunately, it did fall, so it has a bit of a crack here, but you know, it is what it is. But it's, you know, like, this is one I got graded myself, as well as that He-Man one. Mike sent me for Christmas this year, which is the first appearance of He-Man and Skeletor in comics, 9.4, and this is from 1982, so, you know, it's not exactly from yesterday. One of my holy grail of comics is the Amazing Spider-Man number 122, which is a 6.5, which is from 1973, which is the death of the Green Goblin. This is obviously after Gwen Stacy has died. Look, he's smiling now. Me, whenever I opened them. And Stevie, I'll not be happy with this. This is my X-Men number 12, 5.5 from 1965. Ooh, it rhymes. Which is the origin of Professor X, origin and first appearance of the Juggernaut, Kane Marco. So that's that. And then one that I got done, which is something that I always look at and smile, is this is something that Mike sent me, and I got signed. Now, my initial plan was for Robbie to get this signed at a London Film Comic Con, which didn't happen, which then I did sent this to Scott's Collectibles for like a private signing, and it got signed by Stan Lee. Again, not a key issue. It just says here Hulk appearance in Amazing Spider-Man, but again, I just love this cover. Another fact was, because Mike had sent it to me, this was the one that I wanted to get done, you know, initially. So whenever the opportunity arose, fair enough, it wasn't cheap to get it done, but it's still nice to have a Stan Lee autograph. Okay, and right, so this is number 1. So this is my number 1 collectible. What is it? Is it my Star Wars helmets? Nope. Is it my Star Wars lithographs? Nope. It's that. Ugh. I'm trying to see if I can get you in frame. It's this. Oop. That. My He-Man animated Shincell. Should I just stand like this? I'll just do that. Again, as I've said, He-Man has been a huge part of my life, and to own a bit of animation from the TV show that I grew up with, that I have on DVD, that I can rewatch, that I can have the soundtrack to, and have met so many wonderful people from. This is always a reminder to me of, he's the most powerful man in the universe, and to me that's kind of like, I've made the most powerful friends in the universe. That sounds corny, I know, but it's a case of this has always been something that's stayed constant in my life, like Star Wars, but this kind of eclipses Star Wars ever so slightly because of the figures that I got with both franchises. But this is one that I kept going on. Fair enough, I don't do it now because I don't like dealing with Matty Collector and things like that. I would have loved to have got the Filmation figures, but again, they just sell out super quick, and it's a case of people are flogging them on eBay on day one, and it's a case of, yeah, well, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to spend money on that. So, yeah, there's a certificate of authenticity on the back of the frame as well, but that's one of my big things, is that, and that's why that's number one. So yes, that's going to do it for me. Hulk says goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. I need to go because I need to tidy this stuff up and put it all back where it came from, or so help me, and cut. So thank you very much for watching. If you've been tagged, please do your video. I would love to see what ones you've done, and thank you Ian, British Geeky Guy, for tagging me, and thank you to Nerd of the 80s for starting it. The 5 people I've tagged, you're up. Until next time.